Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, this topic is a little weird. And I think the title of the video is going to be New Supply Does Not Have Your Narcissist. And I know you might say, well, what do you mean? That's weird. I know it's weird, but just listen, I'm going to tell. What I mean is this. And the reason for this video, the objective is, I have a lot of people, clients, people in the comments, say to me, I just can't picture him with her with him. You do your own pronoun, right? And what's killing them is they feel that they were the soulmate of this person. The narcissist made you feel like your connection was so tight, right? And now you picture the new supply feeling that way in their brain. They feel like they're their soul, and it bothers you. It bothers you because he made you feel that way. And is she, again, my pronoun is he for a romantic partner, so the pronouns will follow when I tell a story. Insert your own. So now you're thinking, okay, so now he's telling her she's his, and and she's living the life that I wanted to live. She's being happy and living that, and I wanted to live that. Here's the thing. We all get crazy, and I remember this like it was yesterday. We get crazy thinking of our love bombing, soul matching narcissist person in that phase, thinking of them with someone else in the same way. They may have choice phrases they use repeatedly. They may have little moves they do, pouring coffee for you, getting wine for you, whatever, that they do for everybody. But remember, the narcissist mirrors who they are with. They suck the energy out of the human across from them. They suck it out of you. We feel drained. They call them emotional vampires. That's why we feel drained, okay? So they end up kind of reflecting off you, and that's why you feel like you have your soulmate. For example, a silly example is I dance a lot. I'm always dancing. I'm dancing around the house. I dance in the car. I'm singing at the top of my lungs. So what do you think he did in the car? He's singing and dancing too. When we're home, he starts dancing too. Now, I don't picture him doing that's a very specific thing, but it's exactly what I'm talking about. So it's a good example. I don't picture him doing that with his new supply. Not at all. That wasn't him. It was me. I don't know that he does that. I don't know if he's danced a minute since I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I have no idea. He matched me so he could sell himself to me. Who he became to ensnare the new supply will reflect the new supply. It's not the same narcissist that you're picturing, the one that was with you. He's going to have to reflect that person. There's no real narcissist person. They morph. And I guarantee you, if you saw your narcissist after a long time of not seeing them, they'd seem like a different person. Your 5% guy, you guys know I call the guy in love bombing the 5% guy because the rest is them, which is 95%. Your 5% guy is literally gone for good. He never existed. And he's now morphed into yet another version of a 5% guy for the new supply. And he's reflecting all of her things. If she meditates, I bet he's meditating now. If she you know what I'm saying? They reflect. So I take the time to explain this because I hear so many people in that stuck phase, and it breaks my heart. And what I hear over and over again is I'm just picturing the way he was with me and he's with somebody else. Now, like I said, they might have moves, they have phrases. They're not Shakespeare, so they're definitely recycling moves and phrases and words, of course. But since I can recall the spot like it was yesterday, and I know how painful it is, I wanted to share with you what helped me turn a corner. And what helped me is once it clicked in my brain, in my heart, it was kind of like this. I went, oh, he was never real. I pictured him as having come into this house to film a role for a movie, and he played a character. Now he's off playing another character in another movie. Once that clicked, it allowed me to no longer even be affected, let alone ill-affected by the thought of him with New Supply. I instantly just felt bad for her and was concerned for the day it all falls apart for her, which of course I know will happen. They're dysfunctional people. That dysfunction goes with them. We've said this many times. But I don't want you thinking that the New Supply is with the soulmate you pictured that he created for you to see. And because that person is gone. It was created and mirrored against you, from, reflected off of you, energy from you, energy to match your energy. I think the kids say vibe. They're vibing with you. They did that on purpose. Now they're doing it with somebody else. But it's all them. They're going to be a totally different person with a totally different person. They're not like you. And I feel so bad when I hear people, they get crazy about thinking of their narcissist with another person. The reason it helped me once I realized, oh, he was never real, is I wasn't upset. Oh, he was never real. It's kind of like you can't be upset if you never meet I'm pointing because there's a TV outside right there, your Hollywood crush or a movie, or whether you're this fan or that fan. Like I never met Scott Baio. Let's talk about my 13-year-old crush, right? Even at 13, I knew he was fake. I wasn't pining away for him thinking I actually was going to marry him. Now, Billy Joel came next. I really did want to marry Billy Joel. But you know what I mean? It's a character. It's a fake person I saw on Happy Days. I like Chachi. That's a fake character. Think of your narcissist that fake. There's no one to miss once that clicks. There's no one to imagine with someone else. If they're in a different movie with a different lead actress, they're going to be a different person. They're not a real person to miss. And I know it's hard. You might know it here, but in here you long for them. You miss them. You really did connect with them. You want to think that it meant something. You want to think that you mattered. You want to think that he was a real person. He wasn't. I am so sorry to say that to you. I feel really badly saying that because there are a lot of people, and I have both clients and comments in the audience, that they're right now struggling with the truth of what's happening and how it's unfolding around them. And I know that you sit in a place of, wait a minute, so what do you mean? He said he was going to try to work it out with me, and what do you mean? I'm not trying to suck all the hope out of the air for you. What I'm trying to do is save you from the angst of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for your love bomb 5% guy to show up again. And the more removed he gets from you and spends time with New Supply, like I said, even if he did come back and you guys he'd act completely differently. I saw that change in my narcissist month to month to month. Those of you that have been with me a long time understand, I told you, for about a year, he kept calling and coming around like once a month. And I'd see him a little bit. He was different as the months went on. The more time he was spending with the New Supply, I didn't realize he had a girlfriend. But once I realized, oh, she's your girlfriend. And then I never saw him. But he kept calling, kept trying to love, the Hoover. But he was different. I could smell it. I could see it. A mile away, you could smell it. They're totally different. Their posture, their carriage, their speech patterns, everything. They morph. Now, I think that's really sad. To be a grown person and have no authentic self that you can present to anybody. Like I'm the same person with my daughter, my mother, my friends, my cousin, my brother, you know what I mean? Strange. I'm the same person. I know who I am. I don't fake being this person for these people and this person for this person. I've seen people shake hands and their voice changes when they're shaking hands with someone. They try to make themselves look strong. Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And I know the person, and I know they don't talk like that. And I go, freaky. Pay attention. That person could be a narcissist. They morph. They morph. So the new supply does not have your narcissist. You had that person. They were a 5% guy. They are gone for good. They will be different even if they did come back to you and you gave them another shot. It's always going to be different. You already had problems. They know you had problems. They know you don't revere them anymore. So they're not as anxious to knock themselves out for you because they know they're already off the pedestal in your eyes. You'll never see them the same way again. Mine was pacing back and forth. It kept repeating that. You're never going to see me the same way again. You're never going to see me the same way again. You're never going to see me the same way again. That was his biggest concern because I tend to be a cheerleader. I revere people and I hold them up, right? That's what I do. So he knew that was no longer. I just wanted to mention this because I don't want you really brokenhearted over something like this. Please chin up. Nobody has your person.